When the sun goes down, be it on the beach or in the bush, unless you can see in the dark, you're gonna need some good driving lights. And these hardcore Hyperions are just the ticket. So we're back in the garage, and look, we have been running the ARB Solus lights for the longest time. These are probably 5 years old. Now don't get me wrong, these are cracking lights, but a change is as good as a rest, as they say. And Hardcore have sent us these sensational Hyperion lights. Now I am more than excited to get these in the car. These have got DRLs, daytime running lights, all around the outside. They're kind of a hexagon-y shape. The cover in the middle comes off, but when it's on, you can still see the DRLs. These look really, really funky. I cannot wait to get them on the car. So, in today's episode, we're going to whack these on, and then we're going to show you back on Stratty how they look. So I've just pulled these out of the box. First impressions, they're heavy, they're good, they feel solid and purposeful. Obviously all the cooling fins on the back, as most of them have. I've just had a quick squiz of the instructions, and they're so easy to read and made for the layman. Like they really do. Right, we got this, we're going to step you through this one step at a time. It looks really good. I'm going to show you how I install it on the Cruiser. We are going to take these off. While we do that, when I mounted these on the Cruiser, this ARB bar has the mounts quite close in the center of the grill, which I didn't like, so I did make a bit of a makeshift bar to spread these ones apart, but they're a bit, as you can see, they're a bit wobbly and crap, so I am going to print a 3D print spacer to raise this up, and I'm going to get a stronger piece of metal so that these don't have that shake anymore. So we got the cables through the firewall. Now to get them through, I actually ended up having to cut the little spade connectors off the end of this because they just wouldn't fit through the hole. So what I've done, I've run the DRL cables down into the piggy bank of the fuse box in these Cruisers, or in the front left hand kick panel off the passenger side. So I pulled that off, and it's as easy as just, I found the radio fuse, which was a 15 amp, put the piggy bank adapter on, and then put the fuse for the DRLs in that. So that's it, wired in and done. So what I'm going to do now, as I said earlier, look, the switch that comes with this, it's just a generic switch. It's not going to fit in there properly or look right. So I have ordered one that will match the rest of my switch panel. So in the meantime, this is just going to hang out a bit ugly just because, yeah, I want it to work. But when the new switch comes in, it's as easy as just taking these spade connectors off and connecting it into the new switch. So with the aid of my couple of cheap pliers, I'm just going to stick these 3 new spade connectors on, connect the switch up, and then we're going to get back into the engine bay and start wiring up the lights. That's all inside of the car done. I've tidied it all up, the switch is in, we're happy with that. The next thing we want to do now is basically just run all the cables. Obviously the Spotties, they need to go out through the grill, so we'll run them down the front. This little guy here, he needs to plug into the back of the headlight, that piggyback adapter. That's what that does. And then the last thing we need to do is basically just connect the positive and negative terminals to the battery, which I've put back in again. And then that's it. So I'll get all these cables run, I'll get the 2 connectors down to the front where the Spotties are, and then we'll look at mounting the Spotties and see if my 3D print has worked. Right, car's done, all the wiring's in place. I've just left the 2 connections sitting just on the bull bar. So these are the 2 plates that we printed yesterday on the 3D printer. Now we print in what they call 100% infill, which means it's solid plastic. Now this is the real thick, the ABS material, so it's the strongest sort of, well, I think it's the strongest stuff that you can print on a 3D printer. So these things seem to be pretty solid at the minute. I've mimicked this so they fit over it beautifully, and what I'm going to do is pick up the original bull bar mounting hole here and mount it through the spotlight into this one, and then the normal spotty lights go on there. Not sure if this is going to work or not. Can't be any worse than what was there, but yeah, so 1 each side, plug them in, test them, then we'll get back to Stratty and look at them. All right, that's the lights put in to the base, and look, I tell you what, those 3D brackets have worked a treat. Now, in the instruction manual, and I'd never seen this before, but hardcores reckon you put a level when you're lining them up left to right across the face of them and make sure that they're both facing, you know, they're both in the same plane. So that's a real simple trick that I never knew about. So that's that one. And then for leveling them, horizontally, what they reckon is just get a level, put it here, and line the bubble up and tighten it up. And as long as your car's on a level surface, which it is, and you know, bearing in mind the canopy's on, so I'm probably a little bit lower at the back than if the canopy was off, so that's okay because the back of the car will raise up, pushing the lights down a little bit, not up into oncoming traffic. So that's a cool win. So I'm gonna get these tightened now and see how they look. So with that, the install is done. And look, those 3D printed brackets, dead set, they have worked out so much better than the old piece of metal that we were using. That's my first real go at a proper four-wheel drive 3D print, and they are rock and roll. So, okay, the lights are in. Let's head back to Stratty and see what they look like at night time. All right, here we are on Stratty. We're gonna put these things to the test. It is dark, clearly. Time for these to shine. Right, so let's talk a little bit about the lights. They've got a 110-degree spread. They are IP68 rated, so dustproof, weatherproof, waterproof, all that stuff. And they claim to have 1 lux brightness at 1 kilometer, which to you and me means they're very bright. So we are going to put that to the test tonight. We're going to drive 1 kilometer down the beach and see how bright they are. But in the meantime, I'm very keen. I actually haven't turned these on yet at night time. I'm very keen to take these covers off and see how bright they are. All right, so everything's off. We're just going to turn everything on one by one. So we're going to punch the headlights on. There they are. All right, headlights are on. Now we're going to go to the DRLs. Here's the DRLs. All right, let's turn the Spotties on. Oh! They're properly bright. Turn it off. Let's talk about the build quality of these things. Now, they do have the fins at the back, as most of these type of Spotties do, but they just feel nice. I do really like this surround that goes around them. Obviously I've modified this as I have to do everything, but I've matched that with the car we've seen before. The other Spotties that I have, right, so there's nothing wrong with the ARB ones, as we said before, but I think when you're taking covers on and off, Andy has other covers that really, they're quite hard to put on. These ones, just putting the covers on and off when we were installing them, they are literally so easy to do. It just works properly. I think these things, by the look and feel of them, will be a long-lasting, good product on the front of this car. I love the look of them. I just love the DRLs. I love how they sit. I love the shape. I actually love everything about them. They just look, I reckon they look hot. They look just, they're so good. Look, all the light in the world is amazing and it's so good, but it's got to be good. You've got to be able to use it properly. So these guys have done a lot of research into how the light acts. So the color temperature is the right color temperature. So when it hits a road sign, it's not going to come back and belt you in the eye so you can't see. It's actually the right color temperature. So road signs, they'll still reflect back, but nowhere near as harsh as like just a normal big bright white light with no thought amongst it. As you saw when we were fitting them, to fit the angle, to get the angle right, is something that they've got really simple, but I've never used to install Spotties that easily. So just with that, with the level, we just get them level in the front, level at the up and down, and off we go. So I haven't adjusted these since that day, and they look, we just turned them on there, they looked absolutely spot on. The spread's good between the spread wide, 110 degrees, and the spotlight far in the distance, which we're going to test shortly. I think these guys are on to a winner. All right, we're down here in the beach. We're going to give it a proper test. So I've just got the low beams on at the minute, high beams with the Spotties. There they go. That just lights up the whole beach. That is crazy. That is so bright. It's like, yeah, you just see everything. All right, so what we're going to do now is Logan behind the camera, he's going to stay here. I'm going to drive 1 kilometer up there, and I'm going to turn around and turn the lights on and see how bright it actually is. So stay there, I'm going that way. All right, let's talk about a few cons. And look, it's not just particularly these Spotties, but any Spotties. If you're just driving to the shopping centre, driving to Woolies, and you're not really going to off-road that much, and you just want to buy them because they look good in the front of your car, there's no point, because these are going to be way too bright to use in suburbia. Like, you got to be out here on the beach or up on the tracks. You got to be using these properly, otherwise you kind of wasting your money. And these things are a premium light, and look, it's value for money. You get what you pay for. Absolutely, they're a quality product, but you got to use them. All right, so in conclusion, we're on the beach. Logan reckons I could have went way more than a K down the road and he still would have seen me down the beach. These things are what they say they are. They do what they say in the tin. They are driving lights. They light up everything for you like they're supposed to do, and they give you a lot more confidence so you can see what's up the road if you're driving at night time. There's something that I think you're going to need if you're doing a lot of beach work, a lot of track work at night time or in the scrub. I actually love the look of them. I love the lights. The install was really easy. I have modified them with the white. I actually think they look hot on the front of the cruiser. Anyway, if you're in the market for some driving lights, you could do worse than a pair of these. Thank you very much for watching. Please do remember to subscribe, and we will definitely see you on the next one.